need the will it be before I am qualified to go before Mahaprabhu? After saying this, Mukunda began to cry profusely in distress. The Lord said, after millions of in answer, the Lord said, after millions of births, Mukunda will be fortunate enough to get my darshana. As soon as Mukunda heard from the Lord that he would certainly attain him, he became immersed in spiritual happiness. He began to enthusiastically dance while exclaiming, I will attain him, I will attain him. In this way, Lord Chaitanya's servant became overwhelmed in ecstasy. On hearing from the Lord that he would attain devotional service, and the Lord's darshana after millions of lifetimes, Mukunda became jubilant. Since according to the consideration of the Lord's devotees, the Mayavadis commit spiritual suicide and are never eligible to attain devotional service to the Lord. Mukunda was most jubilant to know that he was not subject to such a situation. Devotional service, which is the eternal function of the living entities, is vanquished forever when one attains the result of cultivating Brahman realization. It is stated in the Brahmanda Purana. The Siddhas reside there, absorbed in the bliss of Brahman. Demons killed by the Lord also attain that realm. And for disrespecting Mahaprasada, all Brahmanas, the offerings to Sri Hari are transcendental, incorruptible, and non-different from Vishnu. Those with a perverted mentality who think them to be material will develop leprosy, will be devoid of children, wife, and family, and will go to the deepest, darkest regions of hell, from which they will never return. It is also stated, one who assumes the dress and the position of an acharya, who speaks against the conclusions of Srimad Bhagavatam and other scriptures, and who performs kirtana opposed to the proper glorification of Shri Krishna, certainly goes to hell for countless lifetimes, along with his disciples. And whoever else hears such non-devotional talks and kirtanas. Since the conclusions of such verses manifested in the waves of Mukunda's thoughts, and as a result, feelings of hopelessness arose in him. Mukunda became extremely happy when delivered from that condition by the assuring words, after millions of births he will attain devotional service. He remembered the unlimited mercy of Sri Chaitanya, became overwhelmed with the love of God, and began to dance enthusiastically. One day he would obtain the Lord's darshana. This was the cause of Mukunda's jubilation. On hearing the statement, he will see me, Mukunda began to dance there in great happiness. On seeing Mukunda, Lord Vishvambara smiled and ordered, bring Mukunda at once. All the Vaishnavas called, come Mukunda, but Mukunda was so happy that he did not know what was happening. The Lord said, O Mukunda, you are freed from your offenses. Come see me and take my mercy. By the order of the Lord, all the devotees brought Mukunda, who fell to the ground on seeing the Lord. The Lord said, get up, my dear Mukunda. You do not have even a fraction of offense. The faults of your bad association are vanquished. I have been defeated by you. The Supreme Lord is controlled by love. A devotee is able to control the Lord with love in such a way that he is always capable of even changing the Lord's will. Mahaprabhu said, O Mukunda, my extraordinary power has been defeated by your loving service. Forgetting your position as an eternal servant of the Lord, you forgot your constitutional duties as a result of the bad association you had at that time. Therefore, you were affected by bad association. By the influence of the Lord's eternal devotees association, your temporary taste for the non-devotional path has been converted into eternal taste. Therefore, aversion to the Lord cannot be present in you. I gave you the benediction that you would achieve devotional service to the Lord. But according to the degree of your offense, I ascertained that your reinstatement in devotional service will take millions of births. Due to your intense eagerness for devotional service, you have surpassed the time determined by me in a moment. My potency has been defeated by your potency. I declared that you would achieve me after millions of births, but you have become freed from them within a moment. You were confident that my words are infallible, thus you have captured me in your heart forever. Since the degree of your devotional service is so great, you accepted my words on your head and believed that your devotional propensity would again be revived. But at that time you were convinced that you would attain devotional service after millions of births. Because you have eternally captured me in your heart and placed firm faith in my words, I can never actually become averse to you. You are my singer and you always reside with me. I was joking with you because you were a proper candidate. You always sing the glories of the Supreme Lord. I said that you would see me after millions of births. You should know that this was simply a joke. You are most dear to me, so it is my nature to joke with you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. If you actually committing millions of offenses, that wouldn't be considered offenses, because you are so dear to me. Eternal devotees and experienced devotees never commit any offenses, even if they manifest something similar to an offense. They are never subjected to any punishment for that offense. If a devotee like you commits millions of offenses, those offenses cannot remain in you because of your determination and love. You are my servant, and your body is filled with devotional service. I constantly reside on your tongue. The bodily limbs of the Lord's devotees are always inclined towards the service of Krishna. Shri Gaura Sundara is non-different from his holy names. Therefore, he constantly resides on the tongue of Mukunda. In the eternal realization of Krishna's servants, the propensity for service is always present. Therefore, the Supreme Lord is obliged to constantly reside on the tongue of the devotees. On hearing the Lord's solacing words, Mukunda cried profusely as he lamented and condemned himself. I am so wretched that I have not accepted devotional service. Since I am devoid of devotional service, how will I become happy by seeing you? Mukunda said, I am an unfortunate person, devoid of the Lord's service. Therefore, I have not accepted the importance of devotional service with my body, mind, and speech. Devotional service is full of bliss. I am devoid of devotional service. So how will I achieve happiness by seeing you? Duryodhana saw your universal form, which some people search throughout the Vedas to see. Duryodhana's darshana of the universal form is described as follows. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare